Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, welcome to this guided transmission and healing. I wanted to come on up here very quick to give you a message that has been coming through lately, and I'm thinking I'm going to do a little bit more of these format of videos where they're a bit shorter, but we dive into a particular subject. So the topic that I wanted to talk to you about today is vulnerability. So we have been talking about a lot of the energies that are currently playing out, especially the month of October. It has been a very exquisite time to experience ourselves, our emotions, and ourselves in relationship with others, and especially with loving relationships. So for a lot, and I have heard from you guys, you have been clearing a lot, you have been purging a lot, there have been many things that are coming up, and I see this as a grand rebuild moment. But of course, in order to rebuild, first we have to tear down some of the structures that we had in place that weren't benefiting us. So in that sense, I was getting two images, and one is about the energy of the divine masculine. And please understand that I'm speaking about the energy, the general energy, what I sense that is occurring with the divine masculine energy, and how it is actually coming into the planet and what is happening at this time. So for the divine masculine, I have been getting a lot of remembrance from past lives, and them going beyond the status quo, going beyond what is expected of them in their families, in whatever karmic cycles they're in. So many of the divine masculines, the holders of the divine masculine energy, may be experiencing this demolition moment where certain things are basically falling apart in a way, and they're giving way to a new path, a new opening to a new perception of themselves and their lives, the way that they want to build their lives, the way that they want to be seen and experienced in the world, and the way that they want to experience the world. So it may be a hard time right now, not the easiest time because of all of this. But what they're saying, or what they're stressing, is that all of this and this apparent hardship and all these rapid changes and all of this pressure that has been building, and that is kind of building up to the 21st of December, the way that I am perceiving it, this pressure is actually helping everyone, but especially the divine masculines in this particular time, it's like collapsing these cycles of being trapped in illusion. So whatever that means to each one of us, right? We all hold our own truths within ourselves, but there are a lot of mirrors that are placed right now for us to see and to confront ourselves, even us as divine feminines in our divine masculine energy. Okay, where is it that I need to be shown something? Where is it that perhaps I need to feel uncomfortable in order for me to move, in order for me to find something that feels better and more nurturing? So we're both going through this process, but of course I'm seeing it a lot more for the masculine this particular time, that pressure. And also for the masculine is starting to discover in our masculine side, starting to discover vulnerability and sensitivity as a way and a path to experience more pleasure, as a way to experience more of life. So more love, more pleasure in a way that is open and self-sustained. So I have talked about this before, where we tend to look outside in order to receive things, or we tend to look beyond ourselves to receive things. And now what we're doing is going beyond that and looking at ourselves, from a higher perspective or from a higher view, and seeing, where is it that I am not allowing myself to receive? Where is it that I'm actually closed? Where is it that I'm not willing to put myself out there? Where is it that I'm not feeling confident or strong enough to be who I want to be? Where is it that I am actually guarded against love, against all the beautiful, miraculous things in life? Because when we have the experience that we're not receiving, or that we're not living the life that we wish we had, or that we know that we can have, many times it has to do with our own worthiness and our own willingness to be open and to receive. Because of course being open means being open to life. And life, as we know, happens and it strikes, and it brings many things that we don't understand. It brings always, through the law of cycles, it will always bring the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, the magical, the wonderful, the mundane, the abstract, the everything. And when we're open to experience life, of course we're open to experience the depths of it. So we're open to experience the pain of it as well. But when we're open, we get to experience the love of life, the love of the universe. We get to experience amazing, wonderful things. And when we remain shut down, we may not experience as much hardship or pain, but we won't be able to experience that love, that pleasure, all of those miraculous things. So I know that, we all have our defense mechanisms, and especially if we have been hurt, or if we had a very, any childhood really nowadays, we probably carry some wounds of the past, and some wounds of childhood, and some wounds of love. And this is why it's very important to take a look at those wounds. And if you are aware of them, that's just the first step to actually unraveling them, and to not let your wounds of the past determine what you're willing to let in the future. Because we can't measure the things and the people that come into our lives with the same tool, let's say, that we used to measure the people and situations that we welcomed into our lives before. Because everything that we are, even the tools that we have gathered, everything changes as we evolve, as we change. We're constantly in a state of change. That's who we are as human beings. So expecting something or someone to remain the same, even if that's someone else or ourselves, or our own beliefs of ourselves, that's having a very unrealistic expectation. Because we're all shifting, because we're all evolving, there's no stopping. It's just as if we compare it to the physical body. We in our physical body, since the moment we're born till the day we die, we're evolving, and we go through a transformation that is ongoing. In some moments it seems like, time stands still or things stop. But our body is a constant reminder that things are moving. Your body is alive. Your body is experiencing life. Your body is changing every single second. adapting to its environment. Your cells are changing every single second. And when we come into the spiritual path and we start to work with divine consciousness and we start to understand what our divine consciousness is, how we can tap into divine consciousness or into God or source or the divine, however you call it or however you perceive it, we actually become these channels of divine, where we can actually direct the energy that we're holding. We can actually co-create within ourselves. We can co-create within our energy. We do this all the time. We do this constantly, but without knowing that we can change and shift our own circumstances. We can change the circumstances of our own physical body. We can change chemical reactions in our body. And we do everything connected, with the brain, with our mind, with our intention. And we have many tools at our disposal if we get to just know our body, know our system, and know the spiritual component of ourselves. That is the key to actually open and unlock all of this potential to be healed, to transform our lives, to transform ourselves, to experience different kinds of healings through the body, but also healings of the past, of these memories, of these ingrained thoughts, and of these blockages, and anything that is keeping us from experiencing life the way that we want to experience life. So if your desire is to be free, to experience life freely, you can actually create an environment in your body, in your brain, in your frequency, and hold that energy of freedom within yourselves, within your cells, so that you start to experience that. You become that. You emulate the frequency of freedom, and your body, because it is an electromagnetic system, it can start to produce certain waves. Like your intention can alter the way your body is emitting frequency. So if you set your intention to change into the frequency of freedom, immediately through your breath, your whole body will start to shift into that frequency. If you want to change into the frequency of peace, you can do it. And when we go further and we go deeper, we can start to use these changes of frequency to heal. That is one of the things that I love about light language, and I love about toning, and even just I love about the voice, and that is why I use my voice as a tool to heal. So it's not only what I say or how I say it. Many times even the words are like I see them in my brain and I try to catch up with the words that are coming, because of course it's like a channeled message, but also the frequency of the words is the most important thing. It's a transmission. And what is contained in that, what I become a channel of when I do these transmissions, is whatever it is that is supportive and that can heal and nurture you, wherever you are, in whatever state you are in, if you're willing to receive. And of course, the capacity to which we receive is the capacity that you allow yourself to receive, that we allow ourselves to receive. So that is why becoming the container, an open container, a vast container, and to make your container, your vessel, your capacity to hold love, to make it as big and as open as possible, can actually ensure that everything that you need can come in when it is needed, when it is time, when you are ready. But your willingness to receive all the love, to receive all the good that is for you, your willingness to remain open, even throughout, through the hurt, even knowing that you may get hurt, even knowing that hurt is in the horizon, just as love is in the horizon, just as everything, all possibilities are in the horizon. if we're willing to live life that way through that courage, which is one of the messages for the Divine Feminine that I was getting. Divine Feminine energy is kind of like already went through this process of rebuilding. We're still healing and clearing so much, but there's this sense now of coming into your adventurous side, standing for yourself, being there for you, taking yourself on an adventure, on a journey where you don't need anyone else to take you. You can take yourself. You can take care of yourself. You can bring yourself happiness. You can bring yourself love, and you can be open to love. Just like the Divine Masculine energy, both energies. There's this restoration of truth, of faith that is available always when we are willing to receive that truth and that faith in ourselves. When we are willing to become that truth and that faith and that evidence of love. And this is one of the things that the twin flame energy is for me, is the evidence on this 3D world and the embodiment of that love, of the love that you hold for yourself, for the universe, that is all one and the same. And it's the same love that the universe holds for you. And when we say we embody that, is when we are conscious of it and we allow ourselves to be that, when we become that love. So if you're willing to experience love in your life, you're willing to experience, abundance or whatever it is that you want to experience, try to become that first. Try to embody that energy first. And then see what happens to your environment. If you are not wanting to get hurt and you close yourself off, most of the times what happens is that you end up getting hurt because you're giving way for that energy to be attracted to you, because you're refusing it in a way. It's like a resistance. But when we actually say, you know what, bring it on, I'm here, I'm going to love, I'm open, bring it on. When you do that through a conscious state, and I'm not saying to do this unconsciously, okay? But when you get to a place, and maybe it takes practice, it takes some weeks, it takes some months, maybe it takes some healings, maybe it takes a healing protocol for you to be able to stand and say, I am open to love, whether it hurts me or not. That is not the question. I am willing to love, I am willing to be love, I'm willing to embody love, and I'm willing to receive love. And when you're in that frequency, love itself protects you. Love itself will create this buffer for you, where even if you get hurt, you know that you will be able to rise again. You will be able to overcome that. You will be able to hold yourself by the hand and heal your heart if it comes to that. It's just like a boxer, a professional boxer. They know that they're going to get hit. They know that it's going to hurt. But when they go into that ring, they don't go out there thinking, oh my God, I'm going to get hurt, I'm going to get hurt. If they thought that, they would never get out into the ring. So what does the boxer do? They prepare themselves. They train every day during a year or more. And they make their bodies strong so that they can take the hit. So that if it comes to it, they can take it and they can get right back up. And in a sense, I know it's a crazy metaphor, but it's the same with love. And with everything in life. You can work on building yourself, on building your integrity, and building your strength, and building your own healing, creating a way that you can heal yourself, or that you can give yourself what you need when you need it, to comfort yourself you can create a support system. You can make yourself stronger, prepared. Even reading about relationship, if this is something that you wanted to experience. And I'm guessing if you're here, you are. Maybe doing these programs, maybe going on healing journeys, maybe gathering your tools, gathering everything that you need to be prepared, so that when love comes at your door, when you see love, you're able to completely embrace it. You're able to welcome it just as it is. And you know that even if you get hurt, even if it comes down to that, you have been training for this. You are strong enough to handle that. So this is an approach that I would encourage for everyone, who's willing, who's wanting to have relationship, or, looking for love, let's say. I don't like that expression because I think that love just finds you. But if you're wanting to experience love, be open to experience love as well in its entirety, in its completeness. And prepare yourself for if you get hurt, if something were to happen, and you have that confidence in yourself that you can pick yourself up. And that will lower all of your defenses and all of these defense mechanisms that so many times get in the way. And you will actually be able to experience life in a more pleasurable way. You will be able to experience love in a way that feels safe and that feels peaceful and not at all filled with stress or anxiety or things like that. So this was the message for today. I hope it helps you. This is some of the things that we go through in the self-love journey that I'm offering now. I have this program, 2-week course that we're going to start in November, the 9th of November. And if you haven't checked that out, I would encourage you to look at it. We talk about many things like this, tools for relationship, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, for yourself, how to love yourself more, how to practice this on a daily basis, how to gather your tools. And we do this in a way that you are also participating. So we do this in a group, but you can also private message me and you can ask your questions. We can be in constant communication of your progress, of the practices, of what we're doing. So it's like a very beautiful and safe container for anyone who wants to join and to go on this adventure to the depths of yourself. And on this module, which is module 3, we are going to focus on preparing for relationship and the steps before, whether you're looking for a relationship or not, or you're wanting, or it's just for whenever love finds you, that you have some tools, that you have some peace, that you have like a framework that you can work with for when things, they may get up and down. We may receive so many things in the journey, we never know. But when you have these tools, you can enjoy and relax the journey, through the journey. It's like having, all of your meals prepped and everything that you need for this adventure, so that you're just focused on the road, on enjoying the experience, and you don't have to be, worrying about, did I bring enough food? Do we have enough water? And all of these basic things. Okay, so I invite all of you to go over there, and there's also a special offer if you want to get the first two modules and this one, so 3 modules for a very, very low price. And everything is on my website, and if you want, I will see you there. And also we will have the full moon ceremony on the 31st of October, before I forget to mention. I know some of you have told me you missed the first one, and I just wanted to put it out there that we're going to have the second one on the 31st, and I believe it's 4 p.m. Central Time, but please double check that. And yeah, I would love to welcome you there. We're going to go into the second part of healing the wounds of the heart, which is basically a little bit of the theme for October. So if you're wanting more support in that area, or you have some wounds from the past that you want to heal, some wounds of love specifically as well, then you can join us there, and I will be happy to serve you. So I think that's it. I sent you a lot of love. I will see you next Friday on a live here on YouTube. And also I just opened my Instagram account, so if you want, you can follow me there too. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you receive all the new information and all the news, and also check the community page. I always post things there, energy updates, and I let you know about the offerings that I have. So make sure you subscribe to that. And there's also a beautiful contest going on where one of you can win the whole self-love journey, the program, for free. And you can go into my Instagram account to check that out. Okay, I send you a lot of love, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye.